Newsbreak for Monday, July 2nd. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer, and we're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi. But first, let's start with your weather forecast. Today, we're looking at partly cloudy skies with a high of 93 and a low of 73. Looking ahead at your 3-day outlook, Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high of 93 and a low of 74. Wednesday, rain, that's a 50% chance of rain with a high of 93 and a low of 73. And on Thursday, rain again, that's a 40% chance of rain, high of 93 and a low of 72. Let's take a look now at today's top headlines. After 2 years, almost 2 years after ramped up efforts to address Tupelo's homeless population, partnerships to house and help the homeless continue. In April 2017, the Tupelo City Council authorized a 6-month, $22,500 partnership with Mississippi United to End Homelessness, or MUTE. Last fall, the contract was renewed by unanimous vote for a 1-year term with a price tag of $45,000. The city's money helps offset the costs of an increasingly robust presence in Tupelo by MUTE. The organization rents office space at Link Center and has 3 full-time employees working in the city. MUTE does not provide emergency shelter or food through individualized case management. It connects eligible individuals with available subsidies, housing assistance programs, and other resources. Since the partnership began, MUTE has helped 39 homeless people find housing. Of that total, 86% are known to still be housed. Of the remaining 14%, a few have relapsed into homelessness, and a few are simply no longer tracked by MUTE for various reasons. Schools across Northeast Mississippi are taking strides to ramp up security in the wake of high-profile shootings in schools across the country. School resource officers are becoming commonplace in the area, and 3 local school districts are in various stages of adding to their schools' security. Following an executive session of the Amory Board of Aldermen meeting on June 19th, action was taken for the Amory Police Department to provide school security for the Amory School District, beginning with the upcoming school year. The department will employ 4 school resource officers beginning August 1st. Meanwhile, Pontotoc City School Superintendent Michelle Bivens said the school board has approved the hiring of a 2nd school resource officer for this coming school year, and the district is hoping to implement additional safety measures and equipment by this fall. And Aberdeen school district leaders are confident an interlocal agreement with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office regarding school security will get the okay this week by the Mississippi Attorney General's office. It will allow the school district's 2 school resource officers to be absorbed by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, and for the addition of a 3rd school resource officer. Public agencies in Mississippi will have to contribute another $100 million toward worker pensions beginning July 1st, 2019, after a vote by the Public Employees Retirement Systems Board. The Associated Press reports the board voted Tuesday to increase the share of a worker's salary that an employer must give from 15.75% to 17.4%. The board cited projected shortfalls for its action. Workers will continue contributing 9% of their own paychecks. The retirement plan covers employees of state agencies, public schools, public universities, community colleges, cities, counties, and some other entities, such as hospitals. The vote followed months of discussion triggered by forecasts that the system wouldn't meet a long-term goal of assets equal to at least 80% of liabilities by 2042. And in sports, Sam McRae does not operate on an island. McRae has been at Tupelo Middle School since 2005, and he's been the head football coach there since 2008. He and his assistants are not merely junior high coaches, they are also an integral part of the Tupelo High School varsity program. Tupelo High School head coach Trent Hammond said he's been intentional about integrating the middle school program with what's happening at the high school. McRae's 7th and 8th grade teams run a stripped-down version of Hammond's system. The players are developed physically and psychologically so that their transition to the high school squad will be as seamless as possible. McRae said Hammond's vision changed his mindset. His top goal used to be winning middle school football games. Now, he's more focused on sending athletes to the high school program. And that does it for Newsbreak on this Monday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets you news off the page and on the go. Each story discussed today on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at thejournal.com, where you can also find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday morning. Special thanks to Renaissance Bank for sponsoring Newsbreak each day. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great Monday.